Reciprocal tariffs.
Reciprocal tariff.
Reciprocal tariffs.
Reciprocal tariffs.
That's Washington's new catchphrase. In the last episode, we talked about why it's a bad idea. Are we heading towards a global tit-for-tat free-for-all? But what if the US goes ahead with it? What might happen?
You're not actually going to see reciprocal tariffs, and you probably never will.
Why? There are a couple of reasons. First, implementing reciprocal tariffs could be a bureaucratic nightmare. Sure, there are different ways to calculate them. Matching by industry, aligning overall tariff rates, etc. But strictly speaking, real reciprocal tariffs work like this. The US tariff schedule includes about 12,500 product categories. The US has roughly 200 trading partners. To implement real reciprocal tariffs, it would need to account for over 2 million tariff variations.
It's an ungodly amount of work that they're nowhere near staffed for.
And that's just tariffs. Add in non-tariff barriers that the US claims to be unfair, like VATs and exchange rates, and the bureaucratic maze only gets messier. Could you provide a tariff rate for South Korean automobiles?
Oh, certainly. Your request is number 1,666,666 in the queue. Estimated processing time is roughly over a year. If unfortunately South Korea adjusts its tariffs during this period, your request will be further delayed. Thanks for your patience.
Wait, do we even have sovereignty? And there are scenarios where the US might hesitate to fully implement reciprocal tariffs. For example, sometimes foreign tariffs are actually lower than US tariffs because the US protects plenty of its own industries, like agriculture and textiles.
Reciprocal, please. No problem. We have 10% tariffs on pickup tax. Okay, forget my words.
In another scenario, foreign tariffs are higher due to comparative advantage. If the US were to match them, it wouldn't help US industries at all, but just hurt US consumers.
You guys impose 9% tariffs on coffee beans. We'll go reciprocal, alright? But a kind reminder, you can barely grow coffee at home. Really? Okay, forget it.
But even if the US pulls this off, reconfiguring all the tariffs, fighting industry pushback, and keeping trading partners happy, foreign exporters would still find ways around it. Companies could reclassify products into categories with lower tariffs, or they might transship goods, routing products through third countries to dodge US duties.
Now, you might wonder, why would the US launch this topsy-turvy tariff war?
Negotiating tool.
Terrorism by tariffs.
Let's take tariffs. Stopping fentanyl at the border, stopping immigrants at the border, raising revenue.
So, tariffs have somehow morphed into weapons. Not necessarily for trade, but for, well, pretty much anything.
Some Americans might think maybe it's a genius fix to some of the long-standing issues. Well, the truth is, tariffs most likely won't end drug addiction or ensure border protection, but they'll definitely spike inflation.
You used to think, just add an extra egg and it's not that big of a deal. But it's on the top of our mind every day.
If you're tired of egg prices and you have an iguana, go on it.
A lot cheaper. These are local, so there's no tariffs.